Velasquez. All right, so if you want to know the loyalty of your spouse, of your partner, if you want to know the depth of their devotion, or their commitment, their ability to commit to the relationship, right? If you want to know their ability to compromise, to give and take, to reciprocate, to actually be devoted and to actually love. And not only just for your spouse or your partner, but just for anybody in general. Even when it comes to, contractual business agreements. If you want to know the ability for this person to actually adhere to the agreement for the length of its duration or whatnot, all you got to do, or you easily can check seventh house, seventh lord, and the Venus situation within the birth chart, right? And this will show you pretty much how this person will operate with all these things or whatnot, right? So getting to it, right? We got the birth chart of Lord Sri Ram, Avatar, Lord Vishnu, and whatnot. As you probably know anyway, Lord Sri Ram was an extremely formidable warrior, one of the greatest warrior uh, on the planet at that time within the Krita Yuga, no, the Treta Yuga, yeah. But greatest warrior, king, you know what I'm saying? Man of renown, wisdom, all of the best of qualities or whatnot. And his wife was Sita rather, right? And Lord Ram, even though he was a very prosperous king, with untold riches, he was extremely loyal and devoted to Sita. Like he was extremely like that was his love. That was his life. You know what I'm saying? That was him and whatnot. And when you look at his birth chart, seventh house is Capricorn. So you have an exalted planet in the seventh house, and the seventh floor itself is exalted, and Venus itself is exalted. So you have all of the three qualities to check for are pretty much the best of green lights and whatnot, which showcases, you feel me, why, even though Ram had untold riches and he had such a level of prosperity, he was so devoted to this one lady. He could have been polygamous. He didn't want to be though. He was truly, his heart, his mind, his soul was truly immersed in Sita. That was a real marriage, a real union, a real relationship. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And the pain that he experienced within the marriage is also shown by the seventh house, right? Because you have a malefic place within the seventh is Mars. Even though it's exalted, you know what I'm saying? It's still MKS. Mars doesn't like to be in the seventh house and whatnot. But let me get on to the rest of the video to go through a couple of charts just to showcase what I'm talking about more. We got Alopecia Smith. She has Saturn in the seventh house. Saturn is not bad in the seventh house, but when you look at the seventh lord itself, is debilitated in the 11th house. It's debilitated in a really malefic house, right? You know what I'm saying? It's trying by Rahu. Rahu was trying it. Yeah, so it's yeah. We know how Jada get down. You feel me? We know I don't think I gotta do too much explaining. I don't think Jada is the most loyal of personalities or anything like that, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is definitely a freak off seventh floor, to be honest. Like it's in the 11th house of the highest gain, highest desire, and it's debilitated. Like that's a nasty arrangement or whatever. But moving on, Muhammad Ali was rumored to be disloyal. Let's not talk about the ancestor. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's passed away from the earth plane, let's not make light of his name. I say Hotep donations. But long story short, Ali wasn't the most loyal of guys. He had a problem not hitting other pussies. You know what I'm saying? But moving on, Ali has Capricorn in the seventh house. Seventh lord is debilitated and it's Stambana. Mars is conjunct, not closely conjunct, but it's still conjunct because it's in the same sign or whatever. But so seventh lord is pretty much destroyed. So this would showcase that he might not be the most loyal of personalities in a marriage or in a relationship situation, right? So moving on, Charlie Sheen. I don't even know if this nigga was married or what he had going on. I just know he just said he was just trying to fuck everything, and he done experimented and did all this extra shit. So so you know what I'm saying, you know this nigga mind ain't right and whatnot. But Charlie Sheen, right? Scorpio seventh lord, K2 is in the seventh house. Seventh lord is in Libra in the sixth house. Seventh lord in the sixth is not a position that you want to see generally. It's going to, when seventh lord comes into the sixth, you can often see some type of abuse within that relationship situation, whether it be caused by you or whether it's caused by the partner. This I've seen or whatnot. And so that's a no go. Seventh floor in the sixth. Seventh floor being Mars, K2 in the seventh house. When K2 has an influence over the seventh house, if it's with the seventh floor or if it's in the seventh house itself, it doesn't necessarily mean that the birth chart person is going to be disloyal due to them being unable to control their desires. To be honest, K2 in the seventh, a person with seventh floor conjunct K2, this is a person who has extreme levels of capability to show loyalty, right? But the thing is, K2 shows where it's trying to cut you off from an aspect of life. It's trying to reduce the karmas of this particular house life situation or whatever. It's trying to take you away from that to a certain degree, not fully, but to a certain degree. And K2 can often show where we're fed up with certain shit, right? So when it comes into the seventh, when it comes into contact with the seventh lord, it can it's not that you're just like you just can't control your dick or you can't control your coochie or you just out here trying to hit everything. More so what it is you're quick to cut people off before it gets too deep. You know what I'm saying? Like you, you might not necessarily allow yourself easily to get emotionally ingrained or locked in depth within a particular relationship situation, or what I'm saying, a marriage or a union. Like for the slightest mistake, for the slightest flaw that you might see in somebody, you might mentally distance yourself or cut that person off physically or energetically or whatever. You feel me? Like that's what K2's more so going to show. So it's like, on the one hand, it's not a loyalty issue because you're not lying to the other person, or you're not deceiving, or you're not cheating them. You're just not signing the contract, or you're cutting it off right then and there, if that makes sense, right? But again, K2 it showcases the mastery, so it showcases at the same time the person has an extreme capability to be loyal. The person has an extreme capability to hold on or to endure to maintain a union through thick and thin, through sickness and health and all of that or whatever. And if a person is able to find that right marriage, that right partnership, or that right situation with K2 in the seventh, or with K2 connected to the seventh floor, this actually can be something that lasts for a great duration of time, for good or for worse, for better or for worse, for good or bad, right? But that's the spiel on K2. But him having K2 in the seventh house, I don't know if this guy has ever been married. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's ever been a cheater. Uh, but with the seventh lord in Libra, Mars is not in his proper house. Plus, he has Rahu on the ascendant. He could have definitely cheater qualities about him. Moving on to the next person. Kristen Stewart. I don't even know what she did. I just looked up list of cheaters and shit, and her name came up. So I don't even know the depth of her story. I probably should have did some research, but okay, she got seventh floor is exalted, but the problem with this is seventh floor is also with the North Node Rahu, right? So this is the problem. Seventh floor is conjunct Rahu. Rahu is trying the ascendant. Rahu is also MKS. You know what I'm saying? It's Mara and Akara Kastana. So this is what brings the cheating aspect. Rahu is in the worst house that it could be in, and Rahu is influencing the seventh floor. So whatever she did, whoever she fucked or whatever, that was caused by the Rahu influence on the seventh floor and whatnot. Let me go back to Charlie Sheen. Where's Venus at? Oh, okay. So Charlie Sheen, his Venus is debilitated too. I forgot to mention. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that definitely could add to the disloyalty in his character. Where's her Venus at? Her Venus is in Aquarius. Okay, moving on. Tiger Woods. You know, they say Tiger Woods, you cheat on his bitch a lot. So Tiger Woods actually has a healthy seventh lord. I mean, if you want to say it's with Chiron, I don't know if you want to count Chiron as a planetary body, then that can be some type of affliction. But outside of that, Jupiter's good. Jupiter's in Pisces. But when you look at the Venus, the Venus is the critical problem for this situation. Yeah. Bro has Venus in Vishaka conjunct Rahu. So that pretty much, that's going to inflare. And what house is it in? Venus is in the third, Rahu's in the second. They're on the cusp of the third and the second. It don't even matter. It don't even matter the house for real. Like this Venus being conjunct Rahu in this portion of the zodiac is really what will drive a person's desires to crazy levels of exploration. Last but not least, Kevin Hart. Again, I just looked some of these people up. I know Kevin was married, but I didn't know he was cheating on his bitch. But you know what I'm saying, apparently he was down that road. So Kevin Hart, seventh lord is Saturn, seventh lord. He has Ketu in the seventh house, and the seventh lord is conjunct Rahu, and it's in the first house. So the seventh lord is MKS. It's in Leo. It's an opposite zodiac sign. It doesn't like to be in Leo. So that's two afflictions, and it's with Rahu. So it's three afflictions that's happening to the seventh lord. And K2 is in the seventh house. That's the fourth affliction. And Venus is combust the sun. So yeah, he probably was doing a lot of, fucking bitches he shouldn't fuck and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I've showed y'all, the chart of Lord Sri Ram, a person, who was probably the most loyal of men in regards to their life. And I showed you the charts of a bunch of skeezers and non-believers, right? So can I think of anybody who was loyal or who you would think to be a loyal character in relationships? I can't think about nobody off head. Michael Jackson has his sun in the seventh house. Seventh lord is the sun. He has a Aquarius ascendant, so that's healthy. So I don't even know if I ain't never heard about Michael Jackson being in a relationship or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure he had this little shit going on, behind the scenes or whatever. But even with all that, I'm pretty sure he was a loyal nigga. Like Michael just got a character to where, you would just expect him to be a stand-up, loyal type of nigga or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We are the world, say the children, and all that shit. And no, I don't think Mike did what they said he did to them kids. I feel like that's some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't here for that on this video. We hear about the fucking seventh floor, right? So, who else can I think about loyal in relationships? I ain't trying to end the video right here, but I might have to. Loyal in relationship. Can't think about nobody out here. So, Velocimuni, if I find somebody in the comments, I'll post it there. Or if I find somebody, I'll post it in the comments, rather. Veloci.